What's up, Warriors of Tsushima? Welcome back to Gamer Geographic, where we dig into the best builds to make you an unstoppable force in Ghost of Tsushima. Today we're covering one of the most fun and chaotic builds out there, the Invincible Ghost Build. You'll be flipping in and out of the afterlife like it's your personal vacation spot, striking fear into the hearts of every Mongol you encounter. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into a build that'll make you immortal. Well, kind of. Let's get into it. Alright, so the plan here is as straightforward as it is brilliant. Become unkillable. Like, imagine being that annoying enemy in games that just refuses to stay down. That's you now. The whole point of this build is to use Iron Will to revive yourself every time you die, turning you into a ghostly menace that keeps coming back, over and over. But we're not just reviving, you'll be dishing out chain assassinations while stacking resolve like a maniac. The idea is to blend stealth, constant revives, and tons of fear to keep your enemies running while you keep racking up kills. The beauty of this build is that you're not just staying alive, you're absolutely dominating the battlefield. And the key here is to make sure you always have enough resolve to bring yourself back to life and keep that assassination train rolling. We'll be stacking a lot of resolve, boosting abilities, so no matter how many times the Mongols think they've killed you, you'll keep coming back for more. It's like they're trapped in a nightmare they can't escape. To make this build work like a dream, we're going to need a solid set of gear that focuses on stealth, assassination, and tons of resolve generation. Let's start with the armor. You'll be rocking the Ghost armor, which you can pick up during the From the Darkness main story mission. This armor doesn't just make you look like a shadow on the battlefield. It also gives you a huge advantage by reducing enemy detection speed, allowing you to stay hidden longer. But the real kicker is the Ghost Dance perk. It adds a 30% chance to terrify nearby enemies when you assassinate someone. So you're not just slicing through Mongols, you're also scaring the life out of them, sending them fleeing while you keep stacking up the kills. Now, on to the charms where the magic really happens. First up, we've got the Charm of Rejuvenation, found in fox dens across the island. This charm is crucial because it boosts your resolve gains. And in this build, resolve is your lifeline. More resolve means more revives, more mythic strikes, and more chaos. But we're not stopping there. We'll also grab the Charm of Resolve 2, which you can find by completing specific side missions. This charm takes your resolve generation up another notch, ensuring you always have enough in the tank to bring yourself back from the dead when the going gets tough. To further crank up your stealth game, you'll want Charm of Silence, hidden in the Kamiyagata region. This charm makes it even harder for enemies to detect you, which is perfect for when you're sneaking around, setting up chain assassinations, or dropping a smoke bomb to vanish right in front of your enemy's eyes. It's all about controlling the battlefield, and with this charm, you're practically invisible when you need to be. Now here's where things get really fun. The Charm of Deadly Return. This charm makes it so that every time you revive yourself with Iron Will, you instantly get a free smoke bomb back, allowing you to jump straight into a chain assassination as soon as you're on your feet again. It's an instant reset button, giving you a second chance to wipe out enemies who thought they had you down for good. You'll find this charm in the Toyotama region, and it's a perfect fit for our Invincible Ghost theme. Following that, we've got the Charm of Ikazuchi no Kami, which increases the likelihood that your terrifying abilities will trigger by 25%. This is a huge advantage because terrifying your enemies is key to controlling the battlefield in this build. With this charm equipped, you'll have Mongols running for their lives even more frequently, which gives you the upper hand, especially when you're jumping back into battle after reviving. You can pick this charm up in New Game Plus, and it fits perfectly into our theme of making enemies fear what they can't kill. Finally, to tie everything together, we've got the Charm of Versatile Skills, which you can pick up in Iki Island. This charm doubles the effectiveness of your minor charms as long as they each have a different icon. So, you'll want to stack up a variety of resolve, boosting, stealth enhancing, and assassination empowering charms, and this one will supercharge them all. With the right combination, you'll be a nightmare that Mongols simply can't escape. Now that you're all geared up, let's talk about how to play this build like an absolute pro. The strategy here is all about balance. You want to stay stealthy when needed, but also be ready to dive into chaotic fights where you'll revive over and over. Here's how to make the most of your invincibility. First off, always approach combat with stealth. This should be your first mindset. Use the Ghost Armor's detection speed reduction to sneak up on enemies and drop a smoke bomb to start a chain assassination. Thanks to your charm setup, chain assassinations should be smooth and efficient, and every kill you rack up terrifies nearby enemies, making them easier to pick off. But let's be real, you're not going to avoid every hit. That's where the real fun begins. When you go down, and you will, use Iron Will to come right back to life. And here's the beauty of it: when you revive, the charm of deadly return kicks in, giving you a free smoke bomb. You can immediately throw it down, chain assassinate more enemies, keeping the momentum going. It's like the Mongols think they've won, only for you to pop back up and wipe the floor with them. You'll want to be mindful of your resolve gauge as you fight. It's not just a resource, it's your lifeline in this build. Don't be afraid to use it though. Between the Charm of Rejuvenation and Charm of Resolve 2, you'll be racking up resolve so fast that you'll always have enough for a revival or to trigger more powerful mythic attacks. If things get dicey, fall back on your smoke bombs and stealth to regain control of the fight. One key tactic here is to strategically use your smoke bombs. If you're surrounded by too many enemies or about to take a fatal blow, drop a smoke bomb preemptively, chain assassinate a few enemies, and buy yourself some breathing room. The longer you stay undetected, the more resolve you will build for the next inevitable moment when you need to resurrect. And don't forget, each time you revive, enemies around you are more and more likely to get terrified, meaning they might run off, giving you time to heal or reposition for more assassinations. Use the battlefield to your advantage. Control the chaos by repeatedly slipping in and out of life, confusing your enemies while you pick them off one by one. And there you have it, the Invincible Ghost Build. With this setup, you'll be an unkillable nightmare that terrifies and frustrates every Mongol you come across. It's fun, it's chaotic, and honestly, it feels borderline unfair. But hey, who said being a ghost was fair? If you enjoyed this build, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Gamer Geographic for more insane builds and tips. And if you're ready for something even wilder, check out my next video on how to throw kunais endlessly with the infinite kunai build. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Until next time, stay sneaky, stay deadly, and remember, Mongols fear what they can't kill.